Welcome viewers. Today we want to solve the question on the board, Mass Olympiad USA. If x raised to the power 2 minus x raised to the power 3 is equal to 12, then what should be the value of x? I want you to follow me to the end. Also, like my videos and subscribe to my channel. We dive in right away. By solution to the question, we solve it. It is given to us that x raised to the power 2 minus x to the power of 3 is equal to 12. Alright, looking at this, I want to move 12 to the left hand side, and that will give me x to the power of 2 minus x to the power of 3 minus 12 is equal to 0. Now, because x to the power of 3 is higher in degree, I want you to come to the front. That becomes minus x to the power of 3 plus x to the power of 2 minus 12 equal to 0. At this point, I want to multiply all through by -1, so that I can now have x to the power of 3 minus x to the power of 2 plus 12 equal to 0. At this point, I also want to express my 12 as 8 plus 4, because 8 plus 4 is still 12, so I can now write x to the power of 3 minus x to the power of 2, then plus 8 plus 4 is equal to 0. Now, I can group these together to have x to the power of 3 plus 8, then minus x to the power of 2, then plus 4 equal to 0. This is because 8 can be written as x to the power of 3 plus 2 to the power of 3. Then I have minus x to the power of 2, then plus 2 to the power of 2 equal to 0. Now, I have written my 8 to the power of 3, that is 2 to the power of 3, and then my 4 written as 2 to the power of 2. At this point, you can agree with me, these two expressions are to the power of 3, while these two expressions are to the power of 2. But you can recall that a to the power of 3 plus b to the power of 3 is equal to a plus b into a squared minus ab plus b squared. Alright. By this, I can now simply look at it this way, that I will be using this method to express x to the power of 3 plus 2 to the power of 3. That means my a is x here, and my 2 here is b. Applying this rule to x to the power of 3 plus 2 to the power of 3, it is now going to give me, therefore, that x to the power of 3 plus 2 to the power of 3 will now be equal to x plus 2. Then into the bracket, I have the first expression squared, which is x squared, minus the two expressions multiply itself, that is 2 times x to give me minus 2x, then 2 squared will now give me 4. Alright. Also, here I have x squared plus 2 squared is the same thing as x squared plus 4. So, I can write it as difference of 2 squares, which is now going to be for me x minus 2 into x plus 2. Therefore, replacing these two values into this place, that will now give me, for x raised to the power 3 plus 2 raised to the power 3, I will now write x plus 2 into x to the power of 2 minus 2x, then plus 4. Then, for minus x raised to the power 2 plus 2 to the power of 2, which is expressed here as difference of 2 squares, which is x minus 2 into x plus 2. Everything, remember, is equal to 0, okay? Everything, remember, is equal to 0. That is, the whole of this is equal to 0. So having replaced it here with the expressions I have here and here, then it is still equal to 0. At this point, I want to factor what is common. And what is common in these two expressions, okay, is x plus 2, which is by the left hand side, and x plus 2 by the right hand side. That is now going to give me x plus 2 factored out, and then I have the second bracket by the left hand side as x to the power of 2 minus 2x plus 4. Then by the right hand side I have x, then minus 2. Beautiful. Now, okay, there is a minus here. So if I have this written down, then I will still have this as minus, then x minus 2. Everything now is equal to 0. It is now very clear. Therefore, I want to open these two brackets to have it as x plus 2 into, if I open this bracket, I'll have x squared minus 2x plus 4, then minus x plus 2, everything equal to 0. Okay? If you don't mind, I use one bracket for them. And that implies, moving forward, I will now have x plus 2 into, at this point I will now have x squared written down, x squared, then I have minus 2x minus x will give me minus 3x, then plus 4 plus 2 is going to give me plus 6. Everything is still equal to 0. This implies that the first bracket is equal to 0 and the second bracket is also equal to 0. Therefore, I can now write x plus 2 is equal to 0, implying that x is equal to negative 2. This means that I have gotten the first value of x. Okay? In the given expression, x squared minus x cubed equal to 12, I have gotten the first value of x, which is equal to negative 2, minus 2. Now, from the second bracket, I have it x squared minus 3x plus 6 equal to 0. Looking at this is a quadratic equation, and let us solve it by quadratic formula. Here, the value of my a is 1, and my b is equal to negative 3, and the value of c is 6. So, quadratic formula says that minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, all divided by 2a. So, if my b is negative 3, so I have minus 3 to give me 3 plus or minus the square root of 3 squared minus 3 squared will give me 9 into 4 times a, 4 times 1 times c, and my c is 3, which is 12 times, that is 4 times 1 times 6 will give me 24. Everything all over 2 times 1, which is equal to 2. Very good. Now, I have substituted the values of a, b, and c into this quadratic formula, and it resulted to this. Okay? Therefore, I will now have 3 plus or minus, then the square root of minus 15 all over 2. As you can see, having a negative value under the square root sign implies that we are going to get a complex root. Therefore, moving forward, what we shall now have is that the second value of x, or rather, let us look at it this way, that 3 plus or minus, I can now write this as the square root of minus 1 multiplied by the square root of minus 15, everything all over 2. I repeat myself, 3 plus or minus the square root of minus 1 times square root of 15. That is minus 15 is now expressed as root to minus 1 times root 15. Okay? Therefore, I will also write it as 3 plus or minus square root of minus 15 is the same thing as I multiplied by the square root of 15 all over 2. So invariably at the end we can now say that the second value of x will now be equal to 3 plus the square root of 15i, while the third value of x will be 3 minus the square root of 15i. Therefore, in conclusion, we can now say therefore that the values of x are first equal to minus 2, and this value is a root of the equation, while the second value of x is a complex root, which is going to be 3 plus the square root of 15i. This is complex This is complex root. And the third one also is x3, which is also going to be for us 3 minus the square root of 15i. This is also a complex root. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Remember to subscribe to my channel and also like my videos. God bless you.